Mountain biking can be an expensive sport, especially to start out with, so here are our top ways to save yourself a bit of money whilst doing the sport that you love. Now, a lot of these ideas do involve a bit of initial investment, but we're really talking long term that you'll see the payoff and you'll start saving money. Don't pay to ride. Ask at your local bike shop where the good trails are. Chances are they'll say your nearest bike park or trail centre. Ask them where the really, really good trails are and they might give you a different answer. Natural trails can be built by local riding communities and often are some of the best riding around. Unlike a bike park, the best bit about riding these trails is that they're often free. Just turn up with yourself, your gear, your bike and enjoy. No day ticket and more money in your wallet.
So this is my local woods where it all started. This is where I did my very first race in '95, but it's also where I still ride a lot nowadays. It's typical of UK riding. It's not huge elevation, but it's muddy, it's technical. I think I learned almost everything here, as well as riding the local dirt jumps. This is my place, really.
However, trail etiquette does come into this. These locations should be treated with respect. Volunteers have put a long time building these trails, and you should show your appreciation of that, whether it's voluntary donation to the trail management organisation or offering your services on a dig day to help out with maintenance and get closely involved with the riding community. Either way, it's cheaper than a day pass than your local bike park, and every weekend you'll experience some new trails. Win-win. Spares and repairs. Throwing that old derailleur in the bin? How about saving those jockey wheels for another time? Chances are you might not need them, but there's always a chance that your new mech will meet the same fate as the old one. Or even someone you know may have just the right mechanical that calls for their use. Save up parts with some life left in them just in case. Partly worn grips, jockey wheels from mechs, shifters, brake hose connections, brake pads, springs, even bolts. You never know what you'll need or when. So start building up a stash.
So I've got a few of these boxes that's full of random old bits. So if I ever break apart, what I do is I just strip them for sort of nuts and bolts, and you'd be surprised how often I have to dip into this for various bits and bobs. So yeah, saved my life a few times.
Even that old worn down tyre, you could swap the front to the rear, run a part worn on the back during the summer months, or upcycle it into the rock strike guard for your down tube. You could do lots with that tyre. Maintenance. Ever heard the phrase, gotta spend money to make money? Well, that sentiment is true when it comes to bikes. It's your pride and joy. Chances are you've spent a lot on it in the first place, so put the money behind it to maintain it. Okay, don't go getting a full service every month, but the correct maintenance at the correct time can definitely save you money. A safety check every handful of rides could catch that loose bolt that could cause your bar to slip and prevent that crash which costs you a few hundred to fix. That'd be a nightmare. That frame inspection before the warranty period ends may discover a flaw that gets you out of jail for free. Or that suspension service after a long harsh winter will catch the fact that your seals need replacing and all the oil has turned to gloop, saving you hundreds in repair bills further down the line. Realise when a job needs doing and what the long-term repercussions of not doing that job are. Think timely as well. If your BB's got another month of winter nasty riding but it's looking rough, maybe crisis manage it. Nurse it over the line till the days start clearing up before replacing it with a brand new one. That way the new one will last much longer than if you'd installed it onto your bike with a month of that muddy punishment. We've got a library of maintenance videos, as has Doddy on GMBN Tech, that you can use to learn how to maintain your bike yourself, which will save you a wedge of money. By all means, use a qualified mechanic for anything you're not sure of, the jobs you think are too big to handle. Tools and supplies. When it comes to self-maintenance, Doddy always says, only a rich man buys cheap tools. He's clever, isn't he? It's worth covering yourself with the basics, such as decent set of Allen keys, some grease and some chain lube. They'll pay for themselves in no time. Trail Tucker. Have a watch of Blake's Bakes where you can see all manner of tasty trail snacks that you can make for yourself. If you bring food and drink with you, it saves money on that coffee and that huge hot lunch that makes you not want to ride in the afternoon anyway. Now, we're not saying don't support local business, but remember that if you're looking to save money, you can always do it in moderation. Besides, who actually wants to ride again after that burger and chips for lunch? Eat smaller portions of energy-rich food to keep your body ticking over nicely throughout your ride. Less time in the cafe is more time on the trails, but remember, pack it in, pack it out. There's no excuse for leaving your rubbish behind.
Take your rubbish!
Buy second-hand. There's always a bargain to be had on second-hand markets. Make sure you investigate if you're in the market, from parts to complete bikes. You can always find something that piques your interest. Check out classifieds, eBay, Craigslist or Gumtree. Plan ahead. It may well be worth bulk buying to save money in the long run. If you're going to be riding and maintaining your bikes long term, then think of bulk buying cleaning fluids, greases, lubricants, cables or nutrition.
Down here, this is one of the best purchases ever made. I bought a couple of big boxes of Shimano cables, so inner and outer. See, they're actually custom ones, they say Don on them. But it just saves me going to the bike shop every time I want to change my gear cable.
This is also true when it comes to sales. Winter riding kit will be on sale in the height of summer. So if you're not too fussed about having the latest clothing, you could pick yourself up a bargain ahead of time. Sit on that bargain for 6 months and then it could get its use in the winter conditions and you'll be feeling amazing. Go tubeless. Again, a bit of spend to save situation, but the cost benefit to going tubeless is one of the lowest ones out there. You need tape, valves and sealant. You can even use a good quality Gorilla Tape around the rim. Cut the valves off old tubes. That way you just have to spend on the sealant. Buy older models. It's nice to get the newest bike and tech, but how bad is the older stuff really? The newer models of bike or components will drive the older models' prices way down, so maybe plan your purchase for when shops get new stock. They will discount the older stock and you can grab a bargain. Also, don't be so caught up with certain colours. You're more likely to get the discount on the uglier options that aren't so popular. For more money saving tips, click just here. And don't forget to subscribe on the GMBN Globe just there. Lastly, give us a thumbs up, like, and I'll see you another time.